superwomansuperlawyer.com.
Thank you, everyone. I'm Vanessa Casco, and joining us today, we have your favorite injury attorneys with over $1 billion won for their clients. Please help me welcome to the show, Maryam Parman, Anthony Perez, Azzi Nourai, and Jason Maves. So thank you all for joining us today. We are so happy to have you all here as we sit down with Maryam Parman and her award-winning team of injury attorneys following what I hear was a massive victory. Maryam, would you mind sharing with our viewers at home?
Well, Vanessa, I have one special case that I'd like to talk to you about. And this particular case involves a client of ours who was very, very injured as a result of an accident. See, what had happened is our client had rented a U-Haul to move some things. And while he's driving the U-Haul catches on fire. And so in order to avoid being burnt, he opens the door and jumps out of the car. Well, the family had some other attorneys look at this case. And basically nobody really wanted the case because the car caught on fire and the client jumped out of the car. Maybe it's his fault. But we took a really good look at this case and started really digging in and doing the extra work that it really takes and inspecting the U-Haul and realizing that it was not maintained properly. It was actually very poorly maintained. And so what we were able to do for this particular client, and it was a long fight, actually 3 years plus, but I'm very, very pleased to announce to the audience that we were able to obtain more than $42 million for this client. And so now he can get all the treatment that he needs. Of course, he bought himself a nice house that's retrofitted to his needs. And we were also able to help his family as well. So we're really, really pleased with that result.
Well, Maryam, that is inspiring. I feel like the last time you and I sat down for an interview, you had mentioned that your team was firing on all cylinders and getting some pretty impressive results for your clients. Hard work pays off.
That's correct, it sure does.
Vanessa, the way we've been able to help out so many people is with our aggressive approach with insurance companies and our sincere desire to know how this injury is impacting the client's life.
Well, I always hold my team accountable. And we have the best attorneys in the country with 99% success rate. And that's a big standard for all of us. We uphold that standard very dearly. And these guys, they're amazing. And we do not accept anything less than 100% from everyone in the office.
Well, that is a very big standard to uphold, and especially with the fact that you focus on a variety of different case types. Azzi, what type of case types do you normally focus on at your firm?
Yes, our most common types of accidents are usually car accidents, pedestrian, and motorcycle accidents. But we pride ourselves at not only excelling in the most common kinds of cases, but even winning more difficult and one-of-a-kind cases. Like Anthony, that case that you just won?
Yeah, actually, we had a really good result on this case. It was interesting because this individual had hired an attorney and he was not able to find any insurance for this person. So eventually he dropped the claim only a few months before the statute of limitations. He contacted our office and we were able to not only find insurance, but obtain him over $1 million for his claim.
Wow, that is incredible. To think that had your client waited a few months longer before contacting your firm, he wouldn't have been able to get the compensation he rightfully deserved. So how do cases like this one usually work? Does a client get assigned to one attorney, or is it more of a collaborative effort between your team?
Yes, to a certain degree, but we all work together on cases. So particularly clients are assigned to a certain team and that team works on their case. But all the attorneys work together. So we all bring different perspectives to be able to understand and present the case better and get the best results for our clients.
Wow, having a powerful and aggressive team of attorneys on your side definitely sounds like it makes all the difference. Oh, it looks like our producers are asking for a break, so we're gonna go ahead and pause for a second. Don't step away, because when we come back, we're going to be playing a really fun game with this fantastic group of injury attorneys. You're not gonna wanna miss this.
Superwoman, super lawyer, superwomansuperlawyer.com.
After being injured in an accident, You need the best medical care and an experienced and trusted legal team on your side.
Our team of injury lawyers is here to understand your needs, give you a voice,
and help you get the justice you deserve.
You are our priority. We're here with you, side by side on your road to recovery.
With over $1 billion won for injured victims just like you, you deserve the best.
Welcome back, everyone. For those of you who are just tuning in, we are here with award-winning injury attorneys Maryam Parman, Anthony Perez, Azzi Nourai, and Jason Maves, and we're about to play a little game that I like to call True or False Attorney Edition. Maryam Parman's law firm is the leader when it comes to getting injured victims justice after an accident. And we just learned today that their legal team even wins 99% of the cases that they take on, with some of them being very one-of-a-kind cases. Very impressive, you guys.
Thank you, Vanessa. We work very, very hard for our standards.
So the rules of the game are simple. If you look beside you, you'll find a paddle. And I'm going to go ahead and read off a brief description, and you are going to flip your paddles to show whether you think this statement is true or false. Ready to play?
Yeah.
Yes.
Ready?
Yeah. Sure. All right. Our first statement is, it is illegal to drive barefoot. Anthony, is it illegal to drive barefoot?
No, actually it's not. You can drive barefoot.
All right, well, you can bring a personal injury claim if you do not have health insurance. Oh, Anthony, is that true?
Yeah, that's true. It doesn't matter if you have health insurance at all. You can still bring a personal injury claim. We help a lot of people that do not, and we are able to connect them with the best possible medical care so they can get better and we can get back to their normal routine.
Fantastic. Our next statement is, the first thing you should do after an accident is take pictures and post to social media for evidence.
Part of it.
That's false, but we definitely recommend taking photos after an accident, but posting anything related to the accident to social media can come back to hurt you. The insurance company will use these posts against you.
Gosh, I'm probably the first person who would be guilty of doing that, but I'm definitely not going to if I ever find myself in an accident. All right, well, our next statement is, if you get injured in an accident, you should always consult with these fantastic lawyers if you have your insurance company working on your claim.
Oh, this is absolutely true. The goal of every insurance company is to convince you to settle for as little as possible. Their interests are so much so that they will even work together to have that outcome. That's why it's in your best interest to hire attorneys like us to be on your side.
Wow, I'm learning so much today, you guys. This is great. Well, let's keep it going. Our next statement is, you must have car insurance and a driver's license to proceed with an injury claim. Oh, Maryam.
Yeah, that's not necessarily true. Car insurance, of course, it's important. Not having car insurance when you're involved in an accident really limits your damages, but your damages don't go away completely. Same with having a driver's license. You're injured regardless of whether you're licensed to drive or you're not, so you still would be able to file a claim.
Oh, interesting. Well, this actually brings me to my next statement. Generally, payments are coming from insurance companies and not the defendant personally.
This is true, and we have great clients who are great people, and this question comes up a lot. We go after insurance policies, not people. And that's why you need a good attorney to find these policies and make sure that you can recover fully without going after individual people.
Well, that's great. Our next statement is, if you're involved in a hit and run accident, you may still have a personal injury claim that this fantastic team of attorneys can help with. Good. This is what I was hoping for. Checks across the board. That's fantastic. And our next statement is, if you are placed at fault on a police report, you cannot bring an injury claim.
This is false. A traffic collision report can't even be brought into trial, and there's a lot of different mitigating factors that lead to an accident. A good attorney can find different ways in which that liability can be attached and get you a recovery.
Wow, I'm learning a ton today. This is fantastic. Our next statement is, you do not generally have to go to court if you file a personal injury claim.
That statement is definitely true. Sometimes we have to file a lawsuit because we do not agree on the value of the claim with the insurance company, and we're looking to get our clients a larger compensation that's being offered at the time. However, most of these lawsuits settle before trial. Very, very, very small percentage of the cases go to trial. So most of our cases do settle without our clients ever having to go to court.
Oh, interesting. So it's not like what you see on TV all the time where you expect, to have to go in and sit in the room. That's fantastic to know that you don't have that added pressure.
No.
Our next statement is, you are involved in a solo vehicle accident. You may still have a potential personal injury claim.
Yeah, I'll take this one. So even if you're in a solo vehicle accident, there's no other vehicles involved, there's still a lot of things that we could look into to potentially help with a claim if someone's seriously injured. We inspect a lot of our vehicles for product defects, for seatbelt malfunctions, for rollovers, and there's also some public entity liability that can come into place here. Sometimes the city or the county designs the road wrong, and that's the reason why you had a single vehicle accident.
Oh, that makes sense. And our next statement, you cannot switch your attorney mid-case. Oh, Azzi.
So that's false. You have the right to seek better counsel at any time. We definitely recommend, if you're injured, to seek a second opinion.
That's fantastic. And our last statement of the day, you don't have rights to recover for your injuries if you are an undocumented immigrant. Maryam.
That's definitely false. It's a misconception. Once you're involved in an accident and you're injured, you have rights. You have rights to representation. You have rights to recover for your injuries. That will not affect your immigration status whatsoever. We fight for you to get the justice that you deserve and the compensation for your injuries.
Well, that is incredible. Lots learned here. Thank you all. This is why you need an experienced lawyer on your side after an accident. I am amazed by all of you. Maryam, you have a pretty incredible team here.
I do. I'm very blessed. Thank you.
Well, that is all for today. Thank you to Maryam Parman and her team of attorneys for joining us today. Remember, if you are ever injured in an accident, trust in the team that wins 99% of their cases and choose the best. I'm Vanessa Casco. Till next time.
Superwoman, super lawyer, superwoman, super lawyer.